there's three themes I want to start off with while everybody's kind of fresh, and just the mindset to think about today is that you're selling and you're not telling. You have to sell your company to the contracting authority. Okay, that is about from the very thing of the presentation of your tender, your pre-qual, the first impression, to the actual information and how you describe the information in it. We can tell an awful lot when we receive a tender or a pre-qual. We can tell an awful lot about a company as to how serious you're taking the tender and how much work they've actually put into the tender, how well they've answered questions. Okay? It is a true reflection of the company. And you'd be surprised, for any of you who's been involved from a contract authority's point of view of actually marking these things. You can tell the ones who have put the work into it and who have made the effort in putting a good submission together. So, if you have a typical mindset that attends closer to information, detail, as if it's a brief for a client or something like that, that's not necessarily what putting a tender or pre-qual is about. It doesn't win proposals. You have to know how to sell. So, you're in sales. It's not about providing a mass of information. It's about providing what the client is looking for. Okay, in the tender document. If the client is asking a question, it's answering that particular question and answering it well enough that you get marks. Okay? And a lot of the time, there's a lot of companies looking for it, and the contract authority has to choose one company of everybody else. So on the podium, who's going to get first place? What's it going to boil down to? You've got to look at your strategy. Now, there may be a framework agreement where there's maybe 6 or 7 companies chosen over a 3 or 5 year period. That's fine. You've got to make sure you get on a framework agreement because you've got a 3 or 5 year timeline of work. Okay? And a lot of contract authorities are using framework agreements now because they don't want to issue tender documents each time they've got a bit of work to be done. They'll just say, well, listen, we put out a framework agreement on a tender notice, and we'll use those companies.